Hello and welcome to the All Fired Up Crafting Lounge. My name is Judy and I am your hostess with the mostest. Merry Christmas. Crystal, thank you so much. We had a wonderful time in your party yesterday. Thank you. And Merry Christmas to everybody. Christmas Eve. We've got Debbie from Debbie Gets Crafty. We've got Smurfy and me, Tara from Pixie Dust, and her husband John. And we've got my favorite uh, gentleman who does my graphics for me, uh, Mr. Sub Zero Connor.
Hi.
Hello and Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
I hope everybody is having a good day today. Excited about tomorrow.
Very.
Absolutely.
I know I can't wait to see what Santa brings me. Woo! Cheers to everybody. John, thank you for reminding me. I wanted to show off my Christmas story glass that I've got my spiked eggnog in because it is
so
Christmas Eve.
cool.
Thank you. Isn't that neat?
That is.
I've got the Winnie the Pooh collection, guys.
The father in
Oh.
the father in that
Mhm.
is Darren McGavin.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
Kolchak.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's why my
yes.
name's yeah,
Well, there
That's
you go.
awesome.
See, there's a connection already.
there is.
It's a small world.
It is a small
world.
So I thought we would just sit here today, relax before all the craziness of later on this evening and tomorrow ensues, and just chat about our favorite Christmases or Christmases that might have gone wrong a little bit. Debbie can attest to a Christmas that we had fun with a cat one year.
It was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was. I don't know who wants to start first. Anybody?
You
Go,
two have your
Tara.
best
I think Tara needs to start first. So what have we got?
Well, picking up from your cat one,
Yes.
I don't know if Connor will remember this because it's going back when he was very little. But his grandparents on his dad's side had got two dogs. They'd got a Labrador and a Lurcher. And Christmas Eve, it's not fun. Christmas Eve, his mum phones me up and says the dogs have been in the fridge and ate all our Christmas meat
Oh.
about 10:30 at night, Christmas Eve.
Oh. Okay. When all the stores are closed
Yeah.
and yep. Mm-hmm.
And we were coming back from somewhere, weren't we? As well, we were coming back from somewhere, and we had a phone call from the guy that was house sitting.
Oh, what happened was, I don't know, I think it was about 2010, 2011 when everybody had that bad snow. Do you remember there was like a week of really bad snow?
Yeah.
And John at that point was living down in a place called Exmouth, which is in Devon, just up from Cornwall. And I drove down to pick him up. And on the way back, the guy looking after my house said, your cat, my Yoda, he was my old man. He was great. I loved Yoda. He lived till he was 18.
Oh.
He says, he's been in your fridge and got something out, but I don't know what it is.
He said, I think it's some type of brown meat.
And I said, and John said to me, he says, ask him if he can identify what meat it is. And I said, sweetheart, unless it's like in a tin or got a name on it, he won't know what meat it is just by looking at it.
Right.
Luckily enough, though, that was only the 23rd, and it was only some little like bacon he'd got. So we had another day to go and get some more.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Now that makes our cat story pale in comparison.
No, not at all.
Tell
Not at all.
them about singing Anna's Christmas. What you had that?
Oh
year.
yes, there was a delightful time, and I was in I was in a job that paid phenomenally well, badly, and what happened was the boss was making a good amount of money, and I was kind of not. So that particular Christmas, my nan was not a huge Christmas fan, and so we had one cooked boiled potato and half a tin of corned beef for Christmas dinner.
Oh my.
Yeah, so it was a fairly tough old Christmas. But having said that, the rest of the time was equally as miserable, and it was.
So glad to hear that it was consistent.
Well, at
at
least
least.
it was consistent. Yeah. So apart from that, I'd had a succession of really, really rubbish ones after that. That was kind of the kind of the glacier cherry on the top of it. But many Christmas mornings, we'd go round to the neighbour's house and sit and watch them open their presents,
There you go.
Oh,
There
which
you
was
go.
lovely.
Right now, why don't you tell them about Christmas with us?
Yes, Christmas is marvellous. There's a place up here that's just a mass of Christmas lights. All the houses are all decorated, and people come from yards around to see the different houses and everything like that. It's really, really, really.
They all do it for
breathtaking.
charity.
It's called Paddock Close, and they're on YouTube,
Oh.
and they raise money for charity every year. But unfortunately, this year they've announced that not all the houses are going to take part because of the cost of living.
Of course.
But if you ever want to check them out, they're called Paddock Close Christmas lights, and they're really nice.
Cool.
But we've made up for this past Christmases, haven't we? When we've been together one year, because John's very selective on what he wants. He's not the easiest person to buy for, although you won't believe that if you ask him. And he really liked Peter Cushing. But when you've got your partner who's got about 1,500 DVDs and you want to get him, you don't know what he's got. So I said to him this particular Christmas, I said, I'll tell you what, have you got this one? No, right. Have you got this one?
Yeah. So it's just got on Amazon. Got. There you are.
There you go.
Happy Christmas.
There you go.
So that was like the quickest Christmas.
yeah.
And that was quite good.
There you go.
Yeah,
I love
it
it.
was lovely. It was lovely.
I love that. That's shopping made easy, and you got what you needed.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of all the boxes ticked, isn't it?
There
Really.
you go.
And it was a gift for her as well because she didn't have to, struggle with what to get. She knew exactly where to go and what to do. I love that kind of shopping.
Yeah, exactly. And Christmas time, Christmas dinner, we usually all sit around the table, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
A couple of years ago, we went to a
Holiday camp.
like a caravan park. Holiday camp.
Over here, it's called Butlins.
And that was amazing. And the tables were groaning with food. It was astonishing. It was just astonishing.
It was really, it was really nice because there was no stress, there was no worrying. You didn't have to think about cooking.
No washing up.
I never heard one cross word from anybody the entire Christmas, and that's including like everybody else that was at the camp. Just listening to them all talking. And it was a really funny one. One of the entertainers, Christmas Eve, jumped on the bin and he says, "Hey, guess what?"
And we said, "What?"
What? He goes, "Santa's bin."
Nice.
Now that sounds like something that my husband and I would be all into because you know how we enjoy our camping. So
Yes.
something like that, going to a caravan park like that
It was
would
awesome.
be, oh my
Oh.
gosh. That is
Connor?
a dream of mine to be camping for Christmas.
Right. Connor, how about you, hon?
One of my favourite Christmas memories is wake up Christmas Eve, because I normally have a little nap in the afternoon, and then me, my mum, my John, and sometimes my partner when she finishes work, when she comes over, all go and make Christmas cookies, gingerbread and everything to get ready for the next day, and it's great fun. And I also remember my granddad. He used to come up and see us and he goes, "I bought you all presents. I need to be bags full for each other."
Oh,
he-
how
visual.
sweet.
Oh, wow.
I remember he used to ring us up because he used to get ready. What day was it, Mum, for Christmas?
Oh, he'd put all his Christmas lights up on by the 25th of November because that was his wife's birthday.
And everyone used to call him Mr. Christmas.
Oh,
He even had a Christmas tree in the bathroom and a glue.
I remember.
Yeah.
Wow. You
a
remember
man
that?
after my own heart. Oh,
Holy cannoli, Connor.
And
really?
then
Gosh.
one of the funniest Christmas I think me, Mum and John's had is we were cooking and the microwave blew up and we were all running around trying to find a microwave.
oh,
We couldn't
how
find one
inconvenient.
anywhere.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
what we said.
We were literally at Tesco, and it was like
Midnight.
1 minute to the store closing. No, it weren't midnight, and it was 1 minute to it closing, and we were literally running to the till with this microwave.
Oh my gosh.
That you probably paid way too much for because it was Christmas Eve and
Hello.
Yeah.
yeah. Uh-oh. Got a couple of Buffer's there. All right, you're back. Hi.
Yeah.
Oh
That
my
background
gosh.
is awesome, Santa's Little Helper.
Why, thank
You
you
managed to
very
get that?
much. This is actually on YouTube. This is my son's television behind me.
Okay,
So I thought I would
Ah.
have a little something
that's cool.
festive
That
on
is
TV.
awesome.
That's cool.
Thank
What's that little tree, Debbie, at the back of you? Is that a little tree?
It is a little tree right back there. Yes.
Awesome.
It was a plaster of Paris tree that I painted. I hand painted it,
That is awesome.
and I have a little night light underneath it, and it lights it up.
How did your little village turn out, Debbie?
Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to do a video and post it. It came out beautifully. I cannot wait to post a video on it. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of it. I mean, I'm proud of it every year, but I think this year it came out even better.
That's
Cool.
Well, I think because I had so many friends that I was with, so I think it made it so much more fun. So yeah,
Awesome.
I'm
It was
excited.
fun watching you put it together. I'd forgotten about some of those pieces.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love pulling them out every year because it just brings back so many, wonderful memories.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yep, we were very lucky, I'll tell you.
hmm
The
very lucky.
holidays can be tough on people sometimes, and
Yeah,
we're always there for those folks too who struggle through the holiday season. It's not always merry for everyone, so we're always here at All Fired Up Crafting Lounge, and Debbie Gets Crafty, and with Tara and John and Connor, we're always here for everybody. So y'all just reach out to us if anybody needs to talk, and we're here. And let's continue with the festivities. Debbie, I'm looking forward to a story from you.
let's see here. You go first. You tell the one that you wanted to tell, and I'm having a hard time coming
I
up
did.
with
Oh my
one.
God! Between the two of us, there's so freaking many. I
I
can't
know,
even.
I know, I know. We could go 3 hours with the tales.
Can I
But
tell you? So growing up, mom and dad had this friend. His name was Dick, and he would come over every year at around the holidays, and he would always bring a bottle of spirits with him. And him and dad would just sit at the table and just enjoy their beverages and just talk for hours, always at the holidays. Always. It was a tradition for them. Um, and I remember the one year, Debbie, when we were watching Nutcracker Suite, the ballet on PBS,
Mhm.
and we were dancing through the dining room like the idiots that we are. My
we were
God.
little. We were
We
little.
were little, but what fun.
Yeah.
And
What
they
fun.
didn't mind.
No, they didn't mind at all.
All right, you're letting me tell the story then about the cat.
Go ahead, tell us because we got lots more stories that we're going to tell. We got a lot of time to kill here.
All
It
right,
is early
kids.
Christmas Eve, so.
So when my mom and dad used to put the Christmas tree up every year, we used to put tinsel on the tree. And my mother, she used to love to place tinsel on the tree exactly one strand at a time.
Mhm.
My dad would take a handful and he'd like comb the tree. He'd go up the tree and let it, go where it's going to go. But anyway, so one year we had this cat and her name was Boots. And her name was Boots because she was all black, but she had little white boots on each of her paws.
Mhm.
So, and she was such a cool cat. She really never bothered anybody, and she was a really cool cat. And she never climbed the tree or anything like that. But she was always very curious with the sparkly tinsel that hung, especially on the lower branches. And you would catch her nibbling at the tinsel. And, we would swat at, don't, no, Boots, go away, go away. One morning, this was before Christmas, it's a Sunday morning, we're having breakfast. Dad used to make pancakes or waffles and such. And we were sitting there, and Dad's in the kitchen making waffles. And all of a sudden, we see Boots walk into the kitchen. And we didn't think anything of it. We didn't notice anything. And she turns around and she runs out of the kitchen. My father is running after her, yelling, "Check her butt! Check her butt!" She had a line of tinsel. She must have eaten a piece of tinsel, and of course, with tinsel, what goes in comes out the same way.
Mhm.
And she's running in the living room. Oh my gosh! And it was so comical. It
To
was
watch him running after her. Oh my
check her
god.
butt, check her butt. We couldn't stop laughing.
Nope. And
We
that was a
couldn't.
family thing for years and years and years.
Yes,
I can
yes.
believe that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Every year we would always talk about that story.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. So now every year Judy and I, we always have to remind each other
That's
of
right.
boots. Yeah. Yeah. And we no longer hang tinsel on our tree.
Wise, very wise.
I do, but then again, I don't have any little fur babies around, so
I was just thinking, it's funny, isn't it? My mother was kind of, you help yourself, you know, you go and get your own breakfast. She was never one of these, I'm going to get up and make you breakfast type of parents. Any day of the year, except for Christmas Day. At which point, we would get up and we weren't allowed downstairs until we'd ate some toast or something. And basically, it was so she could get downstairs, get a cup of tea, and get a fag. Cigarette.
Smart girl.
Sorry.
Yes, no, we knew that.
And yeah, Christmas Day we had to eat. Any other day of the year we could starve, but not Christmas Day.
You're
Priorities.
on your own. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's funny, Judy, because the same thing with us, you know, well, I mean, Dad used to make Sunday breakfast and stuff, but Christmas morning,
Mhm.
we were allowed to open our stockings, but we were never allowed to go near the tree until we all had breakfast. And Judy and I would be standing there tapping our, you know, toes. Okay, we're done. And they usually make, you know, Dad used to make cinnamon rolls or
Yep.
something like that, just something quick that we could enjoy and then, you know, head on over to the tree. But Judy and I would scarf our breakfast down. Okay, we're done. And we'd be standing there tapping our toes until somebody else made a move. And, you
That's
know,
right.
Mom and Dad used to make kind of a joke out of it. Oh, I think I'll have another cup of coffee. And we'd be like, no,
You'd think it was the end of the world. Good
yeah,
Lord.
yeah. So,
The dramatics that came out of us. Oh my God. Obviously, we never grew up.
I know somebody not far from me on the screen who would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and say, "Oh, I'm awake now. Can we go down?"
Good man. Good man.
What was your
love it.
favourite part of Christmas Eve, Connor? What tradition do we have on Christmas Eve?
We open one present early,
Oh, how nice.
call it a Christmas Eve present, and then to get us really like more festive in the mood after all baking and cooking.
Oh,
Yes.
sure.
Gosh, you know, listening to Connor tell the story about how you guys bake and cook on Christmas Eve, I can only imagine how wonderful that house smells every Christmas Eve. Oh, I know. I'm hungry already. I'm hungry already. What are we having this year?
Yeah.
What are we having tonight?
Yeah, it's always interesting as well. I like nothing better than to sit down on Christmas Eve with some after eight mints. Do you have after eight mints over there?
Yes,
yes,
we do,
we
sir.
They're lovely. However, someone there likes to leave all the little packets, take all the mints out of the packets, take every single mint out, and leave every single empty packet there, and then give them to you and say happy, yeah,
Christmas.
yeah.
You know what? I mean,
That's
I
always
think
nice.
that's a very sweet gesture. At least,
It is
you
a
know,
nice
cut out the
gesture.
middleman of having to unwrap them all.
Yep.
I like
Does.
that. Good idea.
Yeah.
It would be if you left any of the chocolates in the box.
Well, what's the fun in that? There is none.
So what we do now is we buy like that's for you, that's for you, that's for you, so everybody knows what they're getting.
There you
Nice.
go.
So what would you say
Exactly.
was the best present you've ever had?
Ooh.
That's a good one. Growing up, I would say the year that Judy and I got this beautiful, it was like a cardboard, a little thicker than cardboard, but it was a little Holly Hobby. It was a doll back in the 70s.
Oh yes, Holly Hobby.
And
You
you
did?
did? Well, my Santa Claus brought us a Holly Hobby house. And it was this like a cardboard type structure. It was a
Ooh.
single little room. And it was the greatest thing. And Santa Claus even gave us these little telephones. You had 2 telephones. And were they connected with a wire, Judy?
They were
I don't
connected with a wire.
and
Yeah,
you
you
could
couldn't go
actually
very far.
but you could actually pick them up and it sounded like you were talking on the telephone.
Wow.
And that was, oh my stars, that was so much fun.
That was fun.
Oh, that was one of the best.
It
That
was.
definitely one of the best. How about you guys? Favorite gifts?
I think when I was little, me and my brother, my mum and my dad used to bought us like remote control cars you sat in and drove around in.
Ooh,
Do you remember,
I
do you
love
remember that,
those.
Mum? I had that Jeep.
Y-
when I was little.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I think my other one is I bought myself a computer for 1 year.
Good
Uh,
man.
I'm still
Nice.
This
paying
year.
for it this year.
Very good.
Awesome.
Very good.
One of my favourites is it was the year after my dad passed, and John bought me a star named after my dad with his date of birth on.
Oh, how
And
beautiful.
They tell you, I think, they tell you the dimensions where it is in the
it's
universe.
on Orion's belt, and it will always have his name. It will never change. No, because it's dad in the official registry. And he said to me, he said, "Now your dad will always be watching over you."
Oh my gosh. That's
Who'd have thought John was such a
awesome.
romantic?
Who'd have
Oh,
thought? My favourite present was I used to ask my female parent for a GI Joe. I always desperately wanted a GI Joe, and I managed to. Well, after 1 year, many years asking, I got the GI Joe box and unwrapped it very carefully. I could just lift the top of it up and see that it said GI Joe in big letters, and and it contained all these things and everything like that. So I tore all the paper off, and the box was empty, and she bought me a deserter.
oh,
I can't
my
with you.
God.
I know. It is
Huh?
Christmas Eve, sir. It is
I
Christmas
know.
Eve.
I
We've
know.
got to behave. I've
I
got a
know.
lot I got to make up for this year. So the big guy,
Yeah.
ooh,
He's already hovering over the
it
houses
was
and
a
He's hovering.
down.
deserter.
He's hovering.
It was a deserter. Oh,
I'd always wanted one.
oh.
My partner misses out on all the cooking because she works till about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening.
Oh.
But we save a few things, so we leave her the washing up.
Isn't
Oh,
that
no.
sweet of
What a
you?
gift. Now that's a gift.
Now that's a
That's
gift
a
that keeps
gift.
on giving.
That just
That's
keeps
a
on giving.
We don't. That's what Connor would do if it was up to him.
Put a bow right on top of the pile of dishes that have to
Yeah,
be
I would.
washed.
There you go, honey. Thanks.
One of the sweetest things that my dad ever said to me, we're going back to when I was little, and the ornaments don't look quite as nice then as they do now. And he had this little house that looked like a little Christmassy house, and he had a blue one and a yellow one. No, sorry, green and yellow. And he told me and my sister that one was for me and one was for her, and he'd put them on the tree. But there were little fairies that lived in the house, and they was watching us for Santa to make sure that we was good. And he says also, if you get sad at all, they're there to make you feel better as well.
Oh,
And I'm not
Wow.
saying it's had a big effect, but we've ended up buying a little house ornament every year.
I remember I got you one from the hospital at one point when I was in the hospital, like I think over Christmas with my appendix.
Well, not over
Um,
Christmas time.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
I went down to this little cafe they have in the hospital, and I saw that they had a little pixie doll for Christmas selling it. And I was like, I'd buy that for my mum.
Nice.
oh, how sweet.
Oh, wow. You're a good gift giver, sir.
Oh, he
I
is.
made my partner cry 1 year. She loves Beauty and the Beast,
Uh-huh.
so I bought her a Beauty and the Beast snow globe, and she actually cried.
Oh, I might tear up now, and you know
I
it takes a
know.
lot to break me.
I've been wiping my eyes. Are you kidding me?
I know you
You
have
know
been.
me. You know me.
The mush of the family.
I am. But I love stories like that.
I know I do too. I do
It gets
too.
me right here in my crusty little heart.
Ain't it true? Crusty.
So what are your guys' favorite Christmas films?
Too many to count, but
Yeah.
right off the top for me is White Christmas with Bing Crosby.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to say,
Mine,
Wonderful Life.
Oh,
mine is obviously
yes.
Christmas Story.
How
I
about
have
you?
I have the shot glass coming,
Ooh.
Of course you do.
of course. Connor,
Connor,
how
what-
about you, honey? Do you have a favorite Christmas movie?
Ooh. I like The Grinch.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it would have to be the Home Alone films.
Really?
They always make me laugh.
A lot of people
I think
like
the
it.
first one is the absolute best one. I think that one was the best one.
I like number 2 because when he goes to New York, you see all the
Mm.
Christmas lights and like
Yes.
at the end of the film, you
Yes.
see the big giant Christmas tree.
Yep. Yep. That was at Rockefeller Center, the Christmas tree?
Yeah.
think-
I think
yeah.
so.
I think so, yeah. Cool.
John will tell you his when he comes back. He's just nipped.
No worries.
Are you going to come and say hello?
We you know what? Growing up in upstate New York, we never ever went to the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree.
Never.
Ah. And we dare call ourselves New Yorkers.
Yeah.
Oh,
They I know they just released a new. I know it's like it's kind of a Christmas film, but it's also like a bit of a horror. But the new one was called Violent Night with a guy from Stranger Things.
I
And it
saw.
He plays Santa Claus.
Yes.
What's your favourite Christmas movie,
I
John?
saw the
Well, I
trailer
do
for that.
I do quite like Krampus, but
Ah, nice.
I like I like It's a Wonderful Life. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. That was our mom's favorite too.
Yes,
It's
it
a Wonderful
was.
Life. Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Yeah, it's
She
just
watched
such a
it
good
with you.
film.
Mm-hmm.
it is. It is. Not that she ever saw it all the way through because she'd get through the opening credits, fall asleep, and then wake up at the ending credits.
Yeah,
So
I know a few people that do that.
There is one. It's got a different name over here than it has over there. Over here, it's called Hostile Hostages, and over there, it's called The Ref, and it's got Dennis Leary.
Dennis
in it.
Leary.
love him.
And he breaks into this house right at the beginning, and he's got to hide out in the town, and he can't get out of this town, and it is so funny. If you've not seen it, I know over there it's called The Ref because my friend bought me the American version, but I love it. It is really funny.
I think I've heard of it. I might have even seen it when it came out. But I might have to refresh my memory and watch
I
it.
definitely do. I've already written it down.
There's a
And
good
one
one.
of,
There's
and one
a
of
good
yours
one.
is Trapped in Paradise, isn't it?
Yeah,
With
Trapped in
Nicolas
I was
Cage.
about to say. I was about to say Trapped in Paradise with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, that is a good one. That one.
I love Nick
Really?
Cage, Trapped in Paradise. Okay.
Yes, my secretary's on it. Thank you.
I'm on it. For sure. Nick Cage. I love that guy.
Yeah, he's something. He is something. And so is Dennis Leary. I love him.
Oh,
Yeah, Dennis Leary's good.
Oh,
oh my
man.
gosh.
He
He's
is.
so funny.
He is. You know, I don't know. I guess my favorite Christmas is in the future. When I get to have all 3 of my grandsons with me on Christmas morning
There
and
you
watching
go.
them open up their presents. So I don't think I've yet had one of my favorite Christmases. I do know of, you know, we didn't have much growing up, but what we did have was a lot of love.
Yeah.
And we always made the best of it.
And so many
So-
traditions.
Yes.
That's what it really was for us. More than
Yes.
anything. And not to say we didn't get we were blessed beyond
very
on
much
Christmas
so.
morning.
Very
Honestly,
much so.
Santa Claus treated us very well. You know, it may not have been like name brands and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but what we got, we loved.
Yes.
And
and
but
appreciated, yeah.
but the main thing was the traditions that my
Mhm.
parents set for us every year, and there's still traditions that Judy and I carry on to this day
Yep.
from when we were little.
Correct.
And so it's just that's to us. That's the gift to us every
Yes.
year is the traditions.
Correct. Like tonight, I'll be having English muffin pizzas. Mom and Dad came up with that tradition. Oh my goodness, because they made a big turkey for Christmas Day. So the night before, they were baking and things like that, doing their prep for the next day, and they didn't want to have to really do fussy foods for Christmas Eve. So it was English muffin pizzas, and that I haven't missed a year yet.
That's
I've
what we
not
normally
missed a
get.
year.
I was gonna say my favorite thing to eat at Christmas is pigs in blankets.
Yes.
I adore them.
Oh man.
When we bake, because we bake quite a lot on Christmas Eve,
I can't help nicking it.
we don't want to cook, so we normally end up having takeout Christmas Eve.
Or Chinese.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes. Oh, I love Chinese at Christmas. Yes.
I know, right?
Oh,
How
that's
fun.
awesome. Yeah.
Well,
Connor,
but
why
we'll-
don't you share what you did last year at Christmas for Llewellyn and Logan?
for my niece and my nephew, I bought a Santa outfit off of Amazon. and I dressed like Santa for Christmas, and I'll see if I can find.
Oh,
We went round Christmas Eve and took their presents, and Connor was all dressed in the clothes.
oh,
They were so surprised that Santa had come with us one night.
They were
Oh
all,
my
oh, it's Uncle Drawing.
No, they wasn't.
Uncle Drawing, I love it. I love it.
That is
But-
so sweet.
That is sweet.
But they were so shocked and so surprised, and I love that, because I mean, obviously Connor's not old enough, but I'm sure, as you ladies will know, as you get older, you live through the younger ones at Christmas because it's the magic. The magic's all in with them and their
Correct.
reactions, and I love it.
Correct.
I really do. I mean, I said to my little granddaughter the other day, I said, "What's Santa bringing you?" And she says, "A Christmas teddy bear."
Okay.
And her other nana said, "That's the first I've heard about it."
Oh, jeez. Somebody better get on the gecko here. You only have hours until the store closes, so
Yeah.
Here you go.
it is Christmas Eve
I
after
just
all.
posted a photo in the group chat.
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't know.
Yay.
You'd have to post it, Connor. I know you can't. Like, you can't go out the group chat because it can't go on the main page.
Here, let me see if I can pull it up on my phone.
Yeah, if she can pull it up on her phone, she
Yeah.
can show everybody right now.
Woo.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I really want to see this.
I know, me too, right?
It's so funny because my mother-in-law, she's since passed away. But every year she used to, a couple of weeks before Christmas, she would take an entire weekend from Friday until Sunday. And that would be when she baked cookies. And she baked different cookies. I mean, dozens of different cookies. Oh, how cute.
That is entirely too precious.
Oh my gosh.
That is entirely too precious.
You're
Uncle
the best
Drawing,
uncle ever.
you're wonderful.
You're the best uncle ever.
I love that.
Oh,
I used to my dad used to go around last Christmas. He used to go and deliver food to people. So I dressed as Santa and go and deliver their food dressed as Santa, and everyone just like, "Oh, you going the extra mile and make my Christmas for me." I'm like,
Exactly.
I hope you have a good Christmas.
Exactly.
oh, that's awesome. And that's what it's about too, giving.
It
You know what I
is.
mean? And it sounds like you put a lot of smiles on a lot of folks' faces.
He's putting one on mine right now. I love it.
This crusty old heart, it's getting softer by the minute. Are you kidding me?
Talk about the Grinch.
Hello. It may
We-
grow a little bit today.
we were active in our church, and there was a gentleman whose name I'm not going to name because when I first met him I was only 15, and I thought he was a slightly grumpy, slightly strange person, and I just kind of you just can't, you don't know how to relate to older people at that age, and it's like okay. Anyway, fast forward a few years, I'd had Carl and Connor, and Connor won't mind telling you that he was a lot of a tearaway when he's younger. He's got ADHD, so sitting still and sitting down is not a good concept for Connor. And church said, we never want anybody on their own at Christmas, is like what we're doing now, trying to share Christmas with other people.
Mhm.
And they said, would you have this brother over for Christmas Day? And I said, yeah. And I'm always like to the kids, right, you've got to be really good. No jumping on him, no standing on him. Don't talk at him, just try and be normal. And
What do you mean?
he arrived, and I was so nervous. And within 10 minutes, he was chasing the kids around the house, shooting Nerf bullets at them.
Okay.
He was on the floor with the games, playing the games with them. He was jumping around more than they were.
Fitting right
my
in.
gosh.
Fitting
was-
right in.
Because we'd never really got to know him.
Yeah.
We got to know him that day, and he was just completely not at all like the person that you come across as. He was just so fantastic. And from that day, I was always like, are you okay? Have you got somewhere to go? Because you can come over if you haven't, and
Yeah.
it
That
was
is so
nice.
sweet.
And it, A, give him a family to have Christmas with, but it, B, also changed how I looked at him.
Yeah.
And people think, like when people are on their own, they think, oh, they're okay, or somebody else will invite them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they don't.
Yeah.
So what I took that was after that was a cue was if I knew somebody was on their own, I'd be the first one to say, you're coming over for Christmas Day, that's it. You're going to come over and you're going to have a meal. You're going to have some
Exactly.
company.
We've got a spot for you at the table already, so and that's what it's all about. That's also what it's all about.
Exactly.
I think what I like the absolute most about Christmas is the way it makes me feel. It makes me feel really good. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
I I love giving gifts anyway, but I love it especially at Christmas time because I love the fact that, I put a lot of thought into things and I kind of feel people out, what they like and who they are and, things like that and surprise them a little bit with something. And that's one of the things that I absolutely love about Christmas is just giving. And my husband would say, "You give too much." And I say, "I don't give enough." If there's a breath in my body, there's still plenty to give. So,
And you know what?
It,
It's not necessarily a physical material gift that
no,
you give
no, exactly.
that makes
Hmm.
somebody's day. Just being
Hmm.
there and listening to them or
Oh,
just
absolutely.
checking in. Hi, I just wanted to check in during the season and see how you're
Yep.
doing.
Yep.
That sometimes makes all the difference in the world.
Absolutely.
So, if
Yep.
you know of anybody out there, folks, that you may not have talked to in a while,
It's not too
pick up
late.
that phone and,
Not too late. Reach out.
email them, call them, text them just to
Yep.
say hi and check in on them.
Yep. And Connor brought up a very good memory, and I know Debbie will remember this about Santa Claus.
And our brother,
Yes.
go on.
So our brother Richie was in the army, and after he got back from Vietnam, he was stationed close to us. So he and his family came over for Christmas Eve, and he went upstairs and because he bought a Santa suit just like Connor's, and he went upstairs and he got changed, and all of us were downstairs playing and stuff, and he started down the stairs, and we had a Springer Spaniel named Blue, and he was the most loving dog you ever had. Oh my goodness, he was so sweet. But he was quite protective of us girls, the family in general. He was very protective of us. So my brother, he gets dressed as Santa and he starts to come down the stairs, I should say. And in our house, it was three stairs from the top floor. It was three stairs down, and then a little landing, and you turned and you went the rest of the way down. I think there was maybe 17 or 18 stairs. He got, I'd say, a quarter of the way down the long set of stairs, the 17 or 18 stairs, and he's hollering out, "Ho, ho, ho, Merry." Didn't get Christmas out. Blue was all over him. All over him. My dad comes running out the hallway. "Blue, it's okay. It's okay. You never saw somebody rip off a Santa Claus costume as quick as your." Oh my
He
God.
is my our brother Richie is tearing off this beard and this hat. Blue, it's me. It's me. It's me.
And as soon as he saw Richie's face, his little tail, because he had this little stubby tail and it had long hairs off of it, and his little tail was just started wiggling and he was all over Richie. But at first he didn't recognize him and he thought somebody was coming to get the family, and that was
Yeah,
all he saw.
exactly. He almost got his chestnuts, I'll tell you that. Hello.
Oh my God. So that was,
Hello.
needless to say, that was the last time my brother dressed as Santa Claus for us.
At least
Because
around our
he's
dog.
exactly because he's about 25 years older than us, right, Deb?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, he's about 25 years older than us. So, yes, that is one memory that I will never forget. Never
it's
forget.
like, I think me and Mum and John, all Christmas, we start watching Christmas films from the first all the way up to all the way to Christmas. And I watched one last night with my partner. It was called The Christmas Chronicles on Netflix. I'd never seen them before. I think it got Kurt Russell in them,
Yes.
and I really enjoyed both films.
Oh, I haven't seen the second one. You like the first one though? I haven't seen the second one yet.
I enjoyed both of them, and then I watched Last Christmas with Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones.
I haven't seen
Oh,
that one yet.
I've not heard of it.
It's really good.
Oh.
She gets a heart transplant,
I've got
and
it here.
it goes really good.
Oh, neat. I'm gonna have to look at Last Christmas.
And if you've never seen it, Gremlins. I love Gremlins. I love Gizmo.
That's one of my husband's favorites.
Gremlins is hysterical. Oh, look at them. Okay, cool.
Okay, I remember that one now. Yeah. I love Emilia
Neat.
Clarke. She's beautiful.
Not. I mean, obviously, the youngest person in his house is Connor, but have you seen? Because we like watching all the Disney things as well.
Yeah.
Love,
Oh,
love
yes.
Bugs Bunny.
Christmas.
Love Bugs Bunny.
There's a
Love
good one
it.
if you've never seen it on Netflix. It is called The Princess Swap or The Christmas Prince.
I've
both
heard
on-
of them.
No, I haven't.
There's
I
I've
think I
three
don't
heard
have
of
films.
Netflix, so
There's 3 films.
In
There's 3 films for the series
one.
for each one.
oh,
Cool. I've not yet seen those.
things to look forward to
Exactly.
later this
Exactly.
evening to help me fall asleep in front of this fireplace right here.
I know that looks
They,
so cozy.
there is a good Warner Brothers cartoon one called Bar Humduck, where Daffy Duck is Scrooge, and Marley comes to see him. I think Marley's Elmer Fudd.
Any other way
He comes to see him, and he says, "You're going to be visited by 3 ghosts." So Daffy Duck's like so unimpressed, it's just untrue. So the first ghost appears, and it's the little Nan with the Tweety pie. And
Right.
like Daffy Duck's just looking at him, and he says, "Oh my, how terrifying! A haired octogenarian and a budgerigar."
I love that kind of humor.
I know,
love
me
that
too.
kind of humor.
Oh man, Daffy Duck rocks.
He does.
Daffy Duck rocks, man. I'll tell you
I know-
what.
I know people don't class it as a Christmas film, but Die Hard. I like
Yes,
Die Hard.
Yeah, it is a Christmas film, isn't it?
it is a Christmas film. I don't care what anybody says. I'll fight you.
Yeah. No, well,
I'll
My
take you
favourite is-
down.
I like my favorite one is number 1 with Alan Rickman from Harry Potter.
Yes. Oh,
Mm.
I loved Alan
Yes.
Rickman. Yes.
Oh, yummy,
yeah.
yummy.
Yeah.
Makes my tinsel stand on end.
We almost made it, folks. We almost made it.
No, we didn't.
My
No,
mum-
we didn't.
my
I
mum
was
bought-
sliding one in there. Come hell or high water today. I was getting it in there.
My
We're having
mum's
a good
favourite
time.
one is called Bad Santa Mum.
Oh, Bad Santa's funny.
Bad
Who
Santa.
was it again?
Bad
Bad
Santa.
Santa.
have you
Honey.
seen that?
That's racy.
Honey.
That's racy. Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Might I say, Connor's got excellent taste in movies.
Yeah.
Bad Santa too. Mm.
I've not seen Bad Santa 2.
I haven't either, but Bad Santa.
It is worth as number 1.
Oh,
That's all I'm gonna
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've
How many
not seen
Rotten
it.
Tomatoes did that get?
Yeah.
And the kid from number 1 is in it, but grown up.
Ah,
with the kid from who?
there's
From
number 1.
Bad Santa.
Oh, the
one
number
who
one.
goes
Oh,
to
yeah, yeah,
stage
yeah.
with-
Okay. Yes, yes.
Herman.
My partner made me watch Noel with Anna Kendrick off, I think, on Disney Plus.
Oh, did you like it? First of all, when it
I-
says my partner made me, I'm not
Right?
sure if you liked it.
I didn't want to watch it. I wanted to watch Scrooge with Bill Murray. That's one of my favourite films because I like
that movie.
The toaster scene just always makes me laugh.
When you get
And then-
slapped in the head. Oh,
yes.
and the taxi driver always
Oh yeah.
just
Oh yeah.
but
We watched
I
that
enjoyed Noel like for one
In the
time.
run up to Christmas, we watched possibly one of the worst things ever committed to celluloid. It was a Christmas film, but it had John Goodman in it, wasn't it? This is the one we're talking about, the John Goodman film.
Oh, I
And
can't remember.
Do you remember? We've watched it fairly recently.
Yeah, but I can't remember what it was called. I
No,
can look
it's
it up.
absolutely just. I left the room. We came, went, had a bath, came back, and the blooming thing was still on.
Is it finished yet?
Job. And this is rich coming from me, like King of the Bad films. It's
I'll
just
find a note
terrible.
of it and put it in a
Terrible.
group
Terrible.
chat.
No,
Please
Cool.
do.
don't
Yes.
reflect on them.
We'll have to
We
check
like
it out.
that.
I love it.
What
Well,
is
it's a
like the worst you've had at like Christmas Eve? The one I can remember is my
Go on.
sister, who was very, very. I can't share that story. My sister is very, very, very excited about Christmas. Well, she used to be when she was younger. That wore off. She kept me awake all night, literally all night, to the point I remember I was sobbing. Just let me go to sleep. I'm so tired. And I think I was like 10, something like that. And she wouldn't let me go to sleep.
Why? Why on earth not?
She was that excited. She wanted Christmas to start then and there. And if I didn't go to sleep, we could get Mum out of bed. I'll tell you what, I'll give everybody a laugh. Connor, what's the discussion you and your brother had about Christmas morning? And
What is
explain
your We'd leave you awake.
No.
Who's waking Mum up this Christmas? I'm not doing it. Right, we'll wake up Dad. He'll do it.
Yeah, what it was his brother said to him, "I'm not waking Mum up. She'll shout at me. You wake her up." Connor's going, "No. I won't wake her up. You wake her up." And they're arguing like this for like 10 minutes. And could just hear every word they were saying. And then Connor looked at his brother and he goes, "I know what. We'll wake Dad up. He can wake Mum up."
The perfect workaround.
Grumpy in the morning, am I?
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Oh man.
I remember plenty of mornings though, waking up super early.
Oh,
Remember?
Yep.
And Judy and I would go downstairs and literally in the middle of the night
Mhm.
and look at the Christmas tree because the light from the street you could see, and it was just so magical.
Yes.
And you could see everything that that Santa left for us, and then we would go and look at the stockings that were hung on the stairway, going up the stairs, and we would, oh, there's my stocking and there's your stocking, and then we'd run upstairs and we'd try to wake up our one sister and tell her come down with us and look at everything, and she'd be like, no, I'm sleeping, leave me alone.
Yep.
So yeah,
We pestered her.
we did.
Then there was the one Christmas where remember Mom and Dad had that
Rubber
just
tree.
the rubber tree, and the cat knocked it over, and we had to go upstairs and ask our sister Dawn because we didn't want the cat to get in trouble
Right.
on Christmas Day, no less. So we ran upstairs and we were like, Dawn, you got to come down and help us get this cleaned up. So we all went down and we all straightened it up. And because let me tell I don't know how this cat knocked over this stupid planter with this tree in it. I have no idea, but she did.
Well, the funny thing is, the next morning, Christmas morning,
Mhm.
Mom and Dad come downstairs. Well, as Mom and Dad are coming downstairs, our sister is saying, "I'm going to vacuum real quick before we, da, da, da." And she's in there vacuuming, like a mad woman, trying to make sure, none of the evidence is still there.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, how we pulled that one off, I'll never
I don't know. But I seriously, to this day, think that they never knew.
I don't think they ever did.
No.
They never said anything. So
Nope,
yeah.
they sure didn't.
Oh my stars, I remember that. We were in a panic.
Yes.
The cat knocked over the tree. Oh,
Yep.
the rubber tree.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Yep.
Every year I have that with my cats. It's just they just won't leave it alone.
Now,
Yeah.
do they climb into the Christmas tree?
If they can get close enough, they will, or they'll sit at the end and chew the branches.
Mhm.
Or I bought some like icicle decorations, and they'd sit underneath them trying to chew them.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
natural.
now we had a dog. His name was Jack. He's passed away since, but he would love to go lay underneath the tree. He never bothered with it. He was a big black lab. He was about 120 pounds, and he was just this brilliant, just this old soul. And he
Mhm.
would just lumber around. He was just a cool dog. And the tree would go up and he'd just, stand there and look at the tree like, yeah, what is this? And he'd just settle himself down right underneath the tree as if to say, here I am. I am the gift. I am the gift.
He was.
And
He
he
was
would
a
sleep
cool
for
dog.
hours. He would sleep for hours under the
Mhm.
tree.
That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah, but never bothered, not a ball, not a bobble, nothing.
Nope.
But he
And
would lay underneath it.
the year that George and I drove up to Tennessee to see you guys for Christmas, and when we opened up the front door, he was sleeping underneath the tree.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, well, there's Jack all comfy, cozy where he's supposed to be. So,
Always was his spot.
yep.
Always.
Yep.
For as long as we had him, he always took spot underneath the Christmas tree.
You
I had a
guys always get the best weather.
Oh, yeah.
I love snow, and
Oh,
it doesn't snow here like it does over there.
And
I think
it doesn't snow here at all.
It's just because we're on a little. I think it's because we're a little island, and because we're
Mhm.
surrounded by sea. It never happens.
yeah.
Oh.
It'll show up like rain, not snow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
then we've got friends over there who keep posting different pictures stuff, and it's like, oh, I wish I was there.
Yes.
Although, before I moved up here, it did snow really, really, really badly.
That was
And
that week, yeah.
and we didn't think that Tara was going to make it home. The snow was that bad.
Oh, wow.
Because where I was living, down in Devon, just never saw any snow at all.
Mhm.
And it was literally, there was one bit where we'd gone to the supermarket, and the snow was it was like that film, The Day After Tomorrow.
Oh,
And you
yes.
just look,
Yes.
and there was nothing moving
Wow.
anywhere at all because
Wow.
nothing could go anywhere, and it was just as though like the country had died
Oh,
because
my
there
gosh.
was nothing was moving.
Talk about a crippling snowstorm.
Yeah.
And John,
Wow.
talk about a great movie. Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh. That ranks right up there. That's a great movie. Oh, my stars.
Mhm.
Day After Tomorrow. Judy, if you've never seen it, I strongly suggest.
Write it
Have you
down.
seen it?
Thank you.
Day After. I got it.
Yeah, you don't get snow where you are, do you, Judy? What do you
No.
get much, Debbie?
We do get snow. Where we're located, we don't get a lot of snow, but we do get snow. We get few inches, so
Mhm.
it's easy to clear out, and stuff. But we occasionally will get a more severe snowstorm in our area, but for the most part, it's nothing like it is up in New York State.
No. No.
You know,
Those were fun
they were
Christmases,
fun.
man.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
snow, it was a
There's
lot of fun.
nothing like literally a silent night because where we lived, you could hear if it was around 9 o'clock at night and there was no traffic. If it was snowing, a really good snow, and the traffic had, there was no traffic around,
Oh.
you literally could hear the snowflakes hitting the snow that was already on the ground. It was that quiet where we lived.
Oh, that's
Little village in upstate New York. Fantastic. Oh, I miss it. And I miss
Yeah.
the cold weather too.
Yeah, we do get the cold weather.
we get the cold weather. I mean, we're down into like 5 and
Yes,
6, whatever it is.
Mm.
Next week it's going down to 0 and below,
Whoa.
and but no snow. And normally, like everybody else is, if they forecast snow, which if we do, we get literally like a band of, that's it. And everybody else is like,
Which is
no.
a thing I suffer from
And
badly.
everybody else is like, no, don't snow with us. And there's all of us and Connor like, yes, snow, come on, snow.
Hurry up and snow.
Yeah, I love snow.
I do too. I tell everybody I might just as well live in Australia the way my Christmases are. They're hot and humid.
Oh, bless. you.
Yeah.
Mind
But
you, I could do with some hot right now.
Ugh.
I don't
my
know
front
about
door is
up there.
open. Hop on a plane.
I know. Be careful what you say.
If she disappears from the screen now, you'll know she's on her way.
Exactly. She'll give
Um,
Smurf a kiss and be like, "Bye, hun."
Yeah.
like I'd get that far away.
There's a new film we released this year. It's called A Fairly Odd Christmas. It's like The Fairly Odd Parent, but they've done a
Yeah.
live action one.
Oh,
Oh, I
seen it.
love that. Oh my God, that's something to look forward to. Yay.
Yeah.
Well, we're almost at the end of our time.
oh my gosh.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
On your Christmas Eve spectacular.
Yeah.
Woo!
So, what are you hoping Santa's bringing you, lovely ladies?
You know what? I really don't want anything. I have everything I want. Like I said, my favorite Christmas is yet to come, and that'll be when all 3 of my grandsons are with me opening up their presents tomorrow morning. So hopefully one day I'll have that on a Christmas day. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Other than that, I'm good with everything. I have the best of everything. So I have you guys. I've got everybody out there, all of you. Thank you for letting us share some stories of our Christmases and having a little giggle here and there. I hope everybody
as a closing
enjoyed.
thing, I'm just going to
Yes.
read the back blurb because apparently there was a request. I'm going to read the back blurb of 50 Shades of Brown.
That
Yes.
would be, oh my
Yes, there
gosh.
That was a
was.
different chat.
Well, it was just a little while ago, so it's okay.
Listen, we'll do something for New Year's Eve, and that's when it'll get wild, okay?
There you go. There you go. Y'all be available New Year's Eve because it'll be a hell of a party. Let me tell you what.
I'll be available.
Yeah,
Well,
we
doing
don't
nothing.
go out New Year's Eve, so we'll be home.
I don't
I
like
don't
leaving-
either,
I
yeah.
don't like leaving the house that much, so I'm always doing something on my computer, my Xbox, making more graphic art for people.
Wonderful.
That's
Well,
awesome.
don't be surprised if I give you a ring up and be like, "Who's up for a little New Year's Eve party?"
Connor doesn't do YouTube, but he does stream on Twitch. He streams this. Go on, Connor.
I stream annual event. So I'm a part of the gaming community. So I stream annual events. I do game nights, and I always stream them.
Oh, wow.
At the
We'll
moment, I've been playing Spider-Man on my computer, and I've been streaming that.
Nice.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Fun.
You'll have to
What's your
add
name on
that
Twitch,
to the
Connor?
chat.
I
Yeah.
will do.
Yeah. We'll definitely make sure that we add it in.
Absolutely.
With that, I hope everybody is having a wonderful Christmas Eve like we all are.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to my lovely guests, Connor. Thank you so much for joining us, honey. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Been wonderful being here.
Absolutely. Smurfy and me, Tara and
Thank you very
John,
much.
thank you
Thank
so
you very
much
much.
for being here. And I hope
It's
you
been
guys,
an honor for you to meet us.
I hope you all three have a wonderful Christmas tomorrow.
You too,
And
guys.
Yes.
and know that we'll be thinking of you because you're our extended family across the pond.
Aw, thank you.
And you're
And
always welcome
Same to
here.
you guys.
thank you,
Thank you.
lovies. And Deb, I will talk to you later on this evening.
Absolutely.
And with that, we're going to close it out and wish everybody a very happy and healthy and Merry Christmas. And don't forget, y'all might see us on New Year's Eve. I'm just saying. There's always that possibility. So everybody have a wonderful and safe and happy and Merry Christmas. And we love
And I'll
everybody.
make sure my partner is here for the Christmas Eve one. So
Yes.
me as well.
New Year's Eve. Absolutely.
Yes.
Excellent.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Well,
Most
we
definitely.
love you. We love you guys and have a wonderful evening and enjoy everyone's day tomorrow.
Merry
Love y'all.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.